Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, I'm going to take you through the week ahead analysis, and we're going to go through the news for the week and some charts of interest. Let's kick it off with the news then. Well, as you can tell, compared to last week, we actually have a large majority of high impact data coming out this week, so it's going to be a high volatility week, which could see the dollar regain some of its losses. Now, when we did the Forex market wrap video, there's been actually some updates from that. So we saw things like the Bank of Japan intervening. They said that they haven't intervened, or they did come out and say, well, if we did intervene, we wouldn't say that we have intervened. So a bit of mixed messages from the Bank of Japan, but the price of dollar yen fell over 500 pips. So definitely some intervention coming in there from the Bank of Japan. So it'd be interesting to see what happens this week. But we do have the Bank of Japan intervening. Other headline news as well, we have the UK going through the process of selecting a new Prime Minister. The Conservative Party will be looking for a new leader, and that could be in the form of Rishi Sunak or the former PM Boris Johnson, who's in the running once again. Now, there has been some news that Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson have met to discuss potential teaming up, essentially. And so that could be something that pops out again in the headlines this week and something to be aware of. But for the news this week, we're kicking off with a lot of PMI data out of Europe, the UK and the US. That's then followed by some central bank news, which will be quite big. So we've got the Bank of Canada looking to hike rates to 3.75%. So a 50 basis points hike there to come for the Bank of Canada. This is then followed by the ECB, which was where I think attentions will be for most investors this week, with the potential for a move to 2% from 1.25%. So a 75 basis points hike there. Quite significant for the ECB, and if they come out and talk about more aggressive hikes, that could keep the euro strong, especially if they do that in the press conference. We then have Bank of Japan monetary policy statement. Now, Bank of Japan will likely leave rates unchanged, however they may discuss the recent intervention. So let's jump into the strength meter. We can see here that we have had some significant changes. For instance, the pound moved into being one of the strongest currencies, and you can see here it's the orange line here, went from the 0 to the +5s, becoming one of the stronger currencies. We have the dollar coming off those highs, starting to weaken slightly. We saw other currencies strengthen as well, including the New Zealand dollar from the lows in here. We then had the Swiss and the yen weaken further, so you can see they're coming into reversal zones as well now. So lots of different changes going on in the market. A lot of that risk sentiment coming back in, and the risk off, or the haven currencies losing a bit of strength. Going into euro US dollar then, this is where we were kind of discussing that price had recently broken into new lows, which could see price come back down into the structure lows through here. However, that was very short-lived. After the video, the Forex market wrap, we did see a spike in price, and the dollar started to weaken, and price rallied back through the 0.98 handle and ended up back at the 0.9850 handle. So if we were to see some kind of, if the volatility is going to be high and the dollar does strengthen, we could see another rejection of this zone. However, it looks likely at the moment that we may go and test the 0.99 or even come back to parity next week. Moving on to pound then. So pound very similar. We were talking about looking for shorts below 112, back into the lows here at the 10.950, which could still happen if price was to trade back below 112. We could definitely see price move back towards those lows there. However, pound was the strongest currency on the strength meter last week, so maybe we'll get a rejection to the upside from 112 going into the monthly resistance at 114. If we trade above 114, the next stop for pound is 1.16. Dollar yen then, so you can clearly see here we were talking about dollar yen trading above the 150 handle, actually came to a sort of high around about the 152 handle. I've put 150, 150 there because that was the sort of close and opening price before price then did move over 500 pips to the downside. You can see we kind of bottomed out around the 146 handle here. So big move from the intervention. If that momentum continues, then we could see price come and retest the 145 handle. You can see that was the last time the Bank of Japan intervened in here. So we could see that again. If, however, we follow a similar sort of trend from the last intervention, then price could come all the way back up and retest the 151 spot 50 handle. So have to be a little bit careful here with your yen pairs. Finally then, Kiwi US dollar. We featured Kiwi US dollar last week as well. It was on the strength meter in a strong move to the downside / reversal move, which turned out to be a reversal move in the end. Price broke above the highs here. We moved sideways. We've traded above the highs again. So the next level of resistance for Kiwi dollar is this 158 handle. If price trades above 158, we could see a larger time frame move towards the 0 spot 6 handle. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this video update. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content. And I'll speak to you in the next video.